Globally, the development of infrastructure is believed to be very critical to the growth and advancement of any human society. In other words, provision or establishment of adequate infrastructure in the form of roads, airports, health, transport, etc. are important not only for faster economic growth, but also helps to promote inclusive development, which will lead to the alleviation of poverty and reduction in income inequality in the society.
Infrastructure is the provision of basic amenities for the people. They come by way of road, health institutions, educational institutions, that is schools. All these constitute infrastructure and they are just desirable.
In Nigeria, the cry for government to address the infrastructure deficit is unabating. The reason being that good infrastructure is essential to eradicating poverty, aid industrialization, as well as provide opportunities for economic growth, steady employment, and sustainable development. The dire need to tap into the many benefits of developing world-class infrastructure propelled the Senator Ifeanyi Okowa-led administration to undertake building of critical infrastructure in Delta State. The administration has, in the past 4 years, invested heavily in rebuilding existing but moribund infrastructures as well as initiating new ones.
Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, he has done so well for Deltans. He has been able to improve the infrastructure in virtually all the nooks and crannies of Delta State. And of course, when one writes an exam and it scores 99%, of course, that is distinction.
We have increase in road infrastructure, schools are being built, healthcare facilities are also taken to the very remote areas of Delta State.
One of such infrastructures is the new Central Secretariat. Governor Ifeanyi Okowa's desire to create a befitting and efficient work environment led him to undertake the building of this ultra-modern masterpiece.
In trying to keep the state capital more organized, we're starting off with a huge secretariat project, because having the various ministries, department agencies scattered in small houses, they are not able to work effectively, and we are not able to plan properly for the development of the administrative setup. We believe that on completion of that, a particular secretariat that is sitting on over 50,000 square meters, most of the ministries, departments and agencies will be quartered within that place, and that now helps everything to stay coordinated. Government can function more efficiently.
The Central Secretariat Complex, which will be the first of its kind of public building in the state with modern facilities, is designed to enhance coordination and synergy among various MDAs.
The entire parastatals and paraphernalia of government are all scattered in private homes all over Asaba. And so he decided to bring his entire government under one roof. By the time this project is finished, he would have saved billions of naira.
It is a landmark project. It's a project that is timely, that will benefit Deltans, that will save funds, and that will give the civil service some modicum of respect.
The Secretariat building comprises of 6 floors, and it is designed to accommodate up to 28 ministries, departments and agencies. Such proximity will ease coordination and communication between government agencies. The facility sits on a land area of over 60,000 square meters.
During this building, when it is completed, the state government definitely will enjoy the building, and it will reduce the cost of the renting of the offices outside.
Greatly, it will enhance the level of performance of the civil service and as well provide a conducive environment for civil servants.
At inception of the project, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa led the immediate past Deputy President of the Nigerian Senate, Ike Ekweremadu, to officially perform the groundbreaking ceremony of the Secretariat. The architectural design clearly revealed that the structure is a one-stop shop for official transaction of government business.
This will be a lasting testament to the days of Okowa as a governor. So having said this, it is now my pleasure to
to formally break the ground for the construction of the Central Secretariat Complex, Asaba. In the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit.
Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, while he was campaigning for the governorship of Delta State, promised to build a strong, virile civil service. And on assumption of office, we realized that most of the ministries, departments, and agencies were scattered. So as a government, we believe that there is need to build a befitting secretariat for the civil service.
With a large chunk of the state civil servants working in one location and in a conducive environment, it is expected that productivity of the workforce will be boosted. The structure is unique in so many ways as it houses several ancillary facilities such as banking halls, creche, restaurant, driver's lounge, clinic, power, internet services, among others.
This is a multifunctional, modern fashion designed building with all electrical controls, CCTVs, public address, access control, all Wi-Fi covered.
Governor Ifeanyi Okowa is trying to put all the ministries together. There is also an executive lounge for the drivers. You really need a place for relaxation. All I have to say is kudos to him.
The new Secretariat is no doubt a signature project with achievable completion timelines. North China Construction, the builders, work 24/7 to ensure timely completion and handover.
This is a legacy project. Materials we use are very important. The quality of the job must be AAA, and we have the certification.
In terms of sustainability and maintenance, after commissioning the building, we are to maintain the building for a period of 1 year, and during that period, we shall be responsible for the property's upkeep.
Smart Delta media team was taken on a guided tour of the edifice. Henry Sakra, Commissioner for Special Duties Government House, also took our media team through the gamut of architectural drawing. He offered insights into some specific features of the new Secretariat.
As far as the work is concerned, we are within the scheduled timeline. The works takes place in different layouts. While some are busy tiling, others are painting, others are doing screening, others are doing iron work. Works are going on simultaneously.
Governor Ifeanyi Okowa was explicit in his charge to the construction company handling the projects to adhere to international standards. DK Chidozie is the resident architect on the project. He spoke to Smart Delta on efforts taken to position the Secretariat to enhance productivity.
Before now, you see that all the parastatals and ministries are all scattered all over the whole place in the state. And there became a need to bring all of them in one umbrella for seamless administration. That bettered the vision of having a secretariat complex whereby all of them will now be brought under one roof.
The ongoing construction has created an opportunity for young Deltans to be engaged meaningfully, as local manpower constitutes almost 90% of the workforce and are engaged into both skilled and unskilled labor. Examples of such hands abound in welding and fabrication, scaffolding, casting, carpentry, electrical, plumbing, etc.
We need to commend the governor for this excellent vision, empower Delta youth per se. I know other people from other states are here, but majority of workers here are from Delta State here. It's a very commendable effort from the governor.
The Deltans who are here are basically youth, so it has created an opportunity for people to stay away from crime, be focused, and give youth a reason to have a source of livelihood.
Richie Omorogbe is in charge of Reinforcement Department. He further espouses the impact of the project.
It has created job for a lot of youths because I'm from Niger Delta. I know what it takes to pull out youth from the creek area to come and work. A lot of them came here job labor. Today they are gainfully employed. Some have been trained as welders. You see this project, everything was fabricated here from the foundation to the roofing steel. All was done here and by Deltas.
Interestingly, the standard tools used for construction, which will definitely stand the test of time, is being fabricated by Deltans through the welding and fabrication unit.
Many of our youths that learned the job, they've engaged themselves in this department and they've been doing well. And the solution you see here is locally made by us.
Thank God for the grace of His Governor Okowa, who used this project as a medium of empowering the youths of Delta State, who must testify that the man has touched our life.
As customary with Smart Delta Media, we paid special attention to one of the clusters on the 6th floor, but has an additional elevation to accommodate the mechanical room, which is on the last floor, that houses the water tank. The placement of the water tank enables distribution of water to the building by gravity.
Most part of cluster C is 6 floors. That's the ground floor and 1st to 5th floor. The last floor we have mechanical room where we have a water tank so that we can distribute by gravity.
Each cluster has 2 lifts with quite a number of courtyards for ventilation and daylighting. Without power supply, one can still function in an effective environment.
We have other courtyards, roofed courtyards, where we put all our air conditioners, the outside units. They are also for ventilation and daylighting.
Our curious instinct took us to the last floor. Here we met Falola Kunle, who is the mechanical engineer. He was at the point of installing 2 water tanks. Each one has 18,000 liter capacity, which will supply water for daily use.
We are here in the mechanical room, the uppermost part of the building. We want to start the installation of the water tank. This building is going to be supplied water from this point. Basically, this helps to ensure that this building has enough water for daily use.
We equally caught up with the workers at the roofing section while at work. Emmanuel Otabo, the manager of the department, strategically explained the amount of work being put in to achieve great results.
See, the roofing itself is a unique material. We've not seen this kind of roofing ever since. For you to have a roofing that even though there is a dance on top of the roof, it won't depress. You have the wire mesh, you have the rock wool on top before the roofing sheet will come in. So we praise the governor. He has spent money to make sure that he gives the quality work for this secretariat.
Smart Delta.
You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta. Make the youth say them higher. Okowa. I see good roads everywhere in Delta. Make the people say them cola.
Not to miss out on any aspect of the construction, Smart Delta Media team followed up with Anthony Obiko, an architect with North China Construction, to the penthouse, which is the heart of the entire building. The control room manages the CCTV, ICT, internet, light, security panel, and public address system, making it a smart building.
This particular floor runs every aspect of this building. You can kill off the water supply from this particular point, the CCTV, the lighting point, public address system. So basically here runs everything. So I mean, it's phenomenal. I'm not from this state, but I wish I was.
The people are ecstatic about the prospects of having a smart working environment with magnificent facilities that will revolutionize the workplace, as internet connection will boost productivity and make it more efficient. The enthusiasm of Deltans toward the ongoing construction of the new Secretariat has created a positive psychology in the minds of civil servants who are anticipating working in a serene environment.
Wow, this Secretariat is very beautiful. I can't wait for it to complete. Let people start working on it.
By the time the Deltan civil servants move into this complex, please come back and measure their output. Because it is a beautiful work environment, crèche is in it, canteens are there, clinics are there. So the welfare of the staff is already being looked into.
As part of government plans to curb youth restiveness and maximize youth potentials, the workers who are involved in the process have earned income, even as a good number have learned new trades while on the job. The workers hail the initiative, especially for the job and wealth creation element.
Okowa, we hail you! Tribosa for Okowa! Boza!
With this project, Okowa has massively employed many youths, because many of the youths, they've been stagnant doing nothing, but as at now they are youths working in this particular project.
Okowa is very nice governor. As far as this work is concerned, he is the person that provides this work for us, so that we will be seeing something to be put in our pocket.
Modi Osita from Onichubo is an interpreter between the Chinese and Nigerian workers. She did not mince her words while thanking His Excellency Governor Ifeanyi Okowa for the opportunity to exhibit her skill.
I really want to thank our governor, His Excellency Ifeanyi Okowa, for the opportunity he has provided to us to exhibit our skills.
The food vendors have also keyed into the developmental strides by selling food to workers on site and smiling home with Naira notes on a daily basis.
I want to thank Governor Ifeanyi Okowa for allowing us to stay in this secretariat to make our living.
I'm very, very happy to move from here to the other place, because since we started the building, there is many workers and our sales of things increase.
Smart Delta took a quick tour around various ministries to speak to commissioners. Arthur Akbowo, Commissioner for Urban Renewal, Festus Ochonogo, Commissioner for Housing, and Ifeanyi Eguyenga, Commissioner for Youth Development, lend their voices to the impact of the magnificent edifice.
We are aware that government pays a lot of rents on private properties. Where we are today is a private property, and there are two ministries here. That tells you that if I need to see my colleagues, Attorney General, Commissioner for Justice, I have to go to a different direction. Bringing everybody under one roof will fast track this of doing business will be there. It will also block loopholes when it comes to rentage.
Providing that secretariat will definitely bring the civil servants together and also reduce the cost of rentage. There is plan to have a clinic there.
You cannot erase the fact that Okowa gave the state a befitting state secretariat, an initiative that upscaled the dynamics of a working environment and the provision of a conducive working place for Deltans.
Some civil servants who share their anticipation to work in such a humongous building thanked Governor Ifeanyi Okowa for upgrading their working environment.
It will create a very serene environment for the civil servants, and I want to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, for deeming it fit to bring a project like this.
All the ministries and departments and parastatals are encompassed in a structure like this. It will aid the movement and facilitate government business. In fact, a big kudos to His Excellency, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa.
The governor, who at intervals visit the site on inspection round the edifice, mentioned that he desires to urgently bring all ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, under one roof and reduce the cost of governance. He said the contractor was not only executing the job to specifications, but was working to beat the deadline for the delivery of the project.
There's a kind of building you go into, you have no choice than to ensure that there's proper maintenance. Not just maintenance, cleanliness is very important. It's my hope that the public service that will be using that building, I'm sure that when they see the kind of structure that is delivered to them, they will have no choice than to wish to maintain it. But there will definitely be regular maintenance from time to time.
The Okowa-led administration has demonstrated that building infrastructure is definitely not all about brick and mortar, but rather there are also the blocks of aesthetics he brings to the environment.
I want to praise His Excellency for what he has done here, for making his promise to come to pass. I just want to praise him, more grace to his elbow. I wish him best, and I wish him he should not give up on what he's doing, so that Deltans will always remember him for his good works.
The state's head of service, Reginald Bayoko, told Smart Delta media team that the complex is quite fundamental when completed because having all MDAs under one roof will make civil servants more efficient in service delivery, and that will enhance functionality and discipline.
The number of MDAs, ministries, departments and agencies that are out from this fair, if you don't have where you position your staff, you haven't started. But beyond that, the government has had to follow it up, truly. The governor has shown is a man who understands what it is for everybody.
Delta State of today has indeed become a typical construction site, with many other projects being executed by the Okowa-led government. A good number of inter- and intra-city roads now wear new looks. Good road connectivity is believed to be fundamental to the socio-economic growth, development, inclusiveness, and integration of any society. This is because roads infrastructure provides link not only between communities but also link producers to markets, workers to jobs, students to schools, and even the sick to health facilities. They also stimulate economic responses in terms of trade, location choices, and ultimately reshape development outcomes that policymakers seek.
He's done very well in managing the finances of the state, and he putting it in the appropriate area that will benefit the people. The roads aspect of Delta today, I would say, is one of the best in the country. It's toward all the senatorial districts, and we are happy about this.
I am a witness to it because it happened also in my kingdom. There is a road construction from Obotobotu to Yokuri area, which has been completed now. The first governor that has embarked on infrastructural development in the riverine area, including my own kingdom. So I'm so happy about this administration.
Governor Ifeanyi Okowa has left an imprint on the sands of time with the construction, rehabilitation, and awards of contracts of more than 455 roads spanning over 1,269.42 kilometers and 517.34 kilometers of line drainage to evacuate flood water from the roads. The impressive outcome of the huge investment has earned him the sobriquet, the Road Master.
When they came in, things were difficult, it wasn't easy. Putting all that into consideration, I think the government is doing very, very well about concerning roads. And that's why you hear people call the governor Road Master. I think he's doing very well.
We will continue to increase the infrastructure of Delta State in terms of road construction and rehabilitation, in terms of our school system, the education system, in terms of our health system. But our Deltans at the end of the day, in 2023, we'll be happy that the man came and conquered.
The government has also left indelible marks in the development of other key economic and social infrastructures, such as the completion of the Asaba Airport, the Stephen Keshi Stadium, and construction of storm drainages.
What we are seeing now is a new development and a permanent one. You would have recalled that the drains being constructed are bigger and they are underground. So I think this step that His Excellency has taken
to build this stormwater drain system in Asaba to check the issue of flooding. It's a welcome development. It's a step in the right direction.
As the good people of Delta states march on, approaching the twilight of building a stronger Delta, their hopes and expectations are that the government will not rest on its oars.
Come to Delta State, come and see the good things where Okowa they do you better. Run, come to Delta State, come and see the good things where Okowa they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta, make the youth say them higher. Okowa, I see good roads everywhere in Delta, make the people say them cola. Everywhere, come live in Delta. Say me I say, come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state.